We welcome you into episode number 10 of the No Stop Podcast. I'm Chris Duffy alongside Joe Reverso, Declan Waters, and Zarius Colson. And boys, this weekend, NFL divisional round.
Sure.
Yes,
And it
sir.
Big
all
game.
it all starts Saturday. Crazy how we've come this far. It feels like the NFL season just started, but Texans Chiefs starts it off. And what are your guys' predictions for that game?
It's going to be a little bland, but I'm taking the Chiefs score 14-10. Most of my reasoning is the refs, but last
Yeah.
year you saw it too. You saw it. I mean, the Texans won their first game and then they couldn't win the second one, and that's how they went down last year.
Yep.
CJ Stroud's still a young quarterback, so I don't expect anything different this year.
So just going back off what Declan said here, I'm saying it's gonna be a complete blowout. Like I could see it going like 35-0.
Oh
It's like,
wow. Oh
listen,
wow. 35-0.
seeing what happened last game of the season. Listen, I know Carson Wentz was a starter, but still, the Chiefs are not letting that slide. That was an embarrassing loss, and when Kermit reappears, some magic happens. So yeah, I'm saying it's gonna be a complete blowout, not even close.
For the playoffs, I think this is like the true start of the playoffs because the wild card was kind of BS. I'm taking the Chiefs 27-17. I read something, I think it's a top headline on ESPN now that Joe Mixon is questionable. He had a bad end to the season, and now with
Yeah.
his kind of injury, I don't know. And Trent McDuffie with his breakout season should lock down Nico
Yep.
Collins, and Spags has good game plans every game, I think. The Chiefs are actually going to win in a non-one possession game because playoff Mahomes, especially in the divisional, is just different.
It's very tough
Yeah,
from hearing you
Mixon
three
being out
guys
is going to be.
make for you three guys making your predictions for me to make a reasonable prediction.
Mhm.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna say I think that the Chiefs. I think it will be a one score game. Now I'm not gonna give specifics of score. I just think it's gonna be a one score game because Derek Stingley is like a really good cornerback. So you gotta watch out for him. He's a great young ball player. He's gonna lock up I think Travis Kelce. So that's gonna take away their biggest weapon, like the only weapon that they have. No offense.
Uh,
Reason why Patrick Mahomes had his worst statistical year this year, was because they didn't build around him like in past years. But again, I think the Chiefs will win. Going back to what Declan said about the refs. Uh, but
yeah, the
if the
refs.
Texans can fight, great. That I would love to see
Yeah, we all
the
want
Texans
Texas.
Yeah, we all
upset.
want
But
we all want them to put up a
yeah,
fight.
It shouldn't
no.
be too high scoring though.
Yeah.
But another
Stroud
close game.
mid-year for Stroud.
Another close game on Saturday. How about the late game, the 8 o'clock game, Commanders Lions?
This one's very
It's gonna
interesting
be a banger. It's gonna
It,
be a banger.
because the commies. I mean, you saw them in the wild card. It was a really tight game. They won by Zane Gonzalez
Doink.
field
Doink
goal.
in.
So I mean, the Lions game and put up a good fight.
Yeah,
Now,
no.
despite all that,
Right.
because I think I don't know, Jaden Daniels is a rookie, and I think he might be able to pull it off. 30-27. The commies are going to go back to Zane Gonzalez for the win. I mean, I
Ooh.
think it might be a shout,
That's
but I think
crazy.
after the wild card game, I don't think it's so far fetched.
Yeah, no.
Interesting prediction.
It went from Sam Howell, the
Exactly.
interceptions
On one
merchant,
year.
the guy who they had high hopes on, to Jaden
Don't
Daniels.
forget Taylor Heineke.
You went from a
Yeah,
guy
Heineke.
who basically single-handedly lost the game against the Giants for the Commanders last year. And
Right, bro.
what was it? Like one of the last games of the season, I believe. And the Giants sealed it on a pick six, return for a touchdown.
Oh,
From the Giants 48. Howell under pressure. And then he will throw. Oh! Isaiah Simmons with the interception. Down.
yeah.
Tommy DeVito legacy game. But yeah, Jaden Daniels is such a great young player, and Terry McLaurin finally actually has like a good quarterback. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
Terry's
Commanders, they look like the real deal. However, I will give the slight edge to the Lions. I will give the
I
slight
agree
edge
with
to the
that.
Lions. I see Lions and this one I'm gonna say Lions could take. It's gonna be a shootout. So
Mhm.
let's go, I guess 28-21 walk off Jared Goff game-winning drive.
Um, yes, it will be a shootout, but I think the Lions are just gonna outlast them. I
Yeah.
think it's gonna be 34-24. It's not a crazy shootout, but I think Detroit's gonna win by more than one possession, and Washington's like walk-off clutch wins are kind of gonna end here. They had a great season, and
Yeah, no.
I don't have Washington playing a bad game. It's just hard to play on the road as a rookie QB. I mean, I know he has nothing to prove, Jane Daniels, but just playing against this Detroit team, even though the defense is hurt, I think Detroit's hungry for a
Yeah.
Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I
and
think they're gonna win by 10 points,
yeah.
just like
And
Chiefs over the Texans.
and do you think Dan Quinn will win Coach of the Year?
Any other year, he probably would, but I have to give it to Dan Campbell.
Yeah.
Well, you know
Could,
what? You know what? If
could have been Kevin O'Connell, but
it,
Dan
I'm
Campbell.
gonna say this, if the award was more of like a postseason hybrid, then then it really comes down to this game. If the Commanders win, Dan Quinn gets it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. If Commanders win,
If
like I would literally give it
Yeah,
to
no,
Dan.
that'd be insane.
Like going
yeah,
15-2 and losing the divisional, that would suck.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Watch him turn
it,
the season
I
around.
think it definitely will be a close game. But another thing to monitor is that David Montgomery is coming back
Sonic and Knuckles.
after being
Yeah,
injured.
that's
So
another thing.
you gotta see if like he's actually gonna get that many snaps or if Jahmyr Gibbs is gonna take the bulk of the rushing yards away.
Yeah.
So
I
we're
mean,
gonna have to keep that in the back of our minds.
yeah. The Commanders, one of the main Commanders' problem is their run defense.
Yeah,
Their interior line, D line. So I feel like with that Sonic and Knuckles combo back together, it's just like, you know, we'll see who gets more of the red zone percentage, of the snaps. But it's just like if that's their main problem on defense, then that's something that they have to fix immediately because it's going to
Good point.
be a clinic between those two on Sunday night if the Commanders don't fix that up.
yeah,
So
no,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah,
And moving on to the Sunday games at 3 o'clock, Rams Eagles. And I'm gonna have to say this. I actually kind of want the Rams to win. Puka Nakua legacy game. I
No.
want them to win because I am still a salty Giants fan. With
but let it
Saquon
go,
having
bro.
the best year in like running back history,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
now playing
If
the
it wasn't for
divisional.
Hurts doing his
So
touchdowns.
I just want this to be a different approach. I want the Rams to really have a strong rush defense, stop Saquon Barkley, and their secondary show up. The secondary has to show up because
Yeah.
AJ Brown could just go down the field and score touchdowns. And
Exactly.
also stop what is it called?
Tush
The
push.
brotherly
Oh
shove.
yeah.
The brotherly shove.
Oh, sorry, no one's
Mhm.
stopping that.
The
Yeah, nah.
brotherly
Yeah.
shove. Gotta
Yeah.
stop it at
Well.
least once.
So you're saying the Rams are gonna
Yeah.
win this?
True.
I want the Ram no, I want the Rams to win. I'm saying I want the Rams to
Hmm.
win.
Yeah.
Realistically though, I think the Eagles will blow them out at home.
Obliterate them.
They'll
Yeah.
obliterate them.
Not even
Yeah.
close.
And I think we can like see that too. I mean, I don't want Saquon Barkley to win, but the Eagles, like, it's a no doubt because they have the run game as well as the throwing game. I mean,
Yeah.
how do you not, if you're Jalen Hurts, how do you not go to options like Devonta Smith and Saquon Barkley, AJ Brown? Like, it's like impossible not to use them. And I think it's going to be impossible to lose this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Hmm.
Think Eagles are your favorites to go all the way to the Super Bowl? Did you see the Eagles going back?
Hmm.
Nah, I don't know.
Because
That's
they have too many
Thinking,
weapons. They didn't have Saquon, and now they have Saquon. It's like I feel like they are favorited, but that's down the line. We'll talk about that more on upcoming episodes about Super Bowl
yeah.
predictions. But Eagles have got to be in that conversation, I think.
Yeah, I'm not
It's really
even
these
gonna
four
lie.
teams. It's really these four games. I mean that all these teams
determined.
are determined
I'm not even gonna
to
lie.
get to New Orleans.
Last time the Eagles played the Rams, Saquon ran for 250 yards and had 300 scrimmage yards. And the Rams don't have a great passing defense,
Not at all.
So what
and
you're
the
saying
Eagles
is that the Rams are cooked?
and the
I
Eagles
think that's what
defense
everyone's
I think
saying.
that's
survived
what he's
and
Yeah,
saying.
it might
survived
end
as
up
well.
being
And
that.
Yeah.
Rams are on the road. Give me the Rams. Give me the Rams. They're
Oh
fighting
God,
for they're
Bro,
fighting
oh
for their
God.
city. They're fighting
get
for their
out of
city
here!
because of the
That
wildfires.
nuts.
They
Like
still are looking to
goodbye.
win a Super Bowl.
You're bringing the
The
wildfires
Rams
into
These
are
this?
are
the
hold
Rams are
up.
a hot team.
Oh
They're like
my
10-3 in their
goodness!
last 13
It's
games.
just they're
The
inconsistent, man.
Weren't the
wildfires. Stop it,
Chargers
bro.
weren't the
Stop
Chargers
it.
The
hot
Chargers are
sort
the
of?
Chargers.
And then they lost to the Texans.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah,
either
come
going to
on
be an
now.
Eagles blowout or a close game. I don't see the Rams blowing them out. If the Rams win, it's going
Yeah,
to be
I could
close.
honestly see final score of that
If the
game.
Eagles win, it's a blowout.
Yeah. Oh wait, low key, if the Rams win, final score is gonna be like 10-3.
Yeah.
Like that, that's
If
Yeah,
what
the
it's
no,
gonna
it's
Rams
gonna
be.
be
win,
tight.
I'd probably say like 28-25 or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I kinda like where Joe's headed with this. I mean, it's unlikely.
Bro.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
It's
And
They're
gonna
if
be a
the
blowout.
fighting for their city, and they're a hot team.
if the Eagles win, it's gonna be like 35
There's
nothing.
no way they allow another
Yeah,
250 yards to
it's
Saquon.
gonna be
That
like,
that can't. That's not happening.
Do you think that if that does
uh,
happen,
it might.
that the Rams could possibly clean house?
I mean,
What do you
Because
mean?
Sean McVay's been there for a while, and they've only been to like one Super Bowl, and
they won it though.
they did
Two
win
Super
it, but like
Bowls.
Yeah.
Two
ever
Super
since then,
Bowls.
they've been up and down and
McVay's a
up and
great coach.
down.
I don't think they would let him
Yeah,
go.
he is. I mean, going back
Yeah.
to that, like that Goff for Stafford trade,
Yeah,
the Rams 100% won that trade because you got a Super Bowl with that trade.
Yeah,
yeah.
Mhm.
But like at the same time, yeah, I don't know. In my opinion, kind of a fluke Super Bowl, but
yeah, I know.
I mean,
Yeah, that was like
if they can prove with this upcoming weekend against this game against the Eagles, then I don't know, man. I think Joey has a point.
yeah,
I
but
mean, the
honestly,
team that won the Super Bowl. Sorry, Duffy.
no,
The
no,
team
you're
that
good.
won the Super Bowl, the Rams. They beat the Bucks, who had a stacked team. Tom
Yeah.
Brady, Leonard Fournette, Le'Veon Bell, even though he did nothing. Antonio Brown, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and 3 Pro Bowl O linemen with like 5 Pro Bowl defense. They had like the best team on paper of all time, and
Yeah,
the Rams beat them. I don't think it was a fluke, and I think if the Lions go to the Super Bowl, they don't even have to win, but just go to the Super Bowl. If they win, both teams benefit. I don't think the Lions lost that trade. No one lost that trade.
yeah, it was a win-win. I think that trade
One,
was a
yeah,
complete win-win because the Lions went from being one of the worst teams, got their
exactly.
coach, got their quarterback, and boom, it's like they're actually
Now they're
relevant
contenders,
again.
yeah.
Now they're still going to lose
Contenders.
games on Thanksgiving, but
Alright,
they're
bro.
still relevant.
It's another Thanksgiving tradition for them to lose.
Yeah, I know.
Exactly.
They're never
It's
getting
like,
rid of that. And we move on to the final divisional game, Ravens Bills, and it's supposed to actually be a snowy 8-degree night. I saw it's gonna be 8 degrees, snowy in Buffalo, 6:30 p.m. start. I
Certified
think
Josh
I
Allen
think the
baby.
Bills I think the Bills will win only because of the elements. The Bills are very, very used to playing in snowy conditions. Meanwhile, other teams aren't. So
I
I think the
hope
Bills will win.
It's a good point.
Baltimore's up there too. I just hope like it still gets cold in Baltimore.
I
I
know,
I'm
right?
taking I'm taking Lamar Jackson and the Ravens for the win here. I mean, you've seen the Bills in past year. It's almost like the Texans last year. They had a really strong playoff run, and trains fall off the tracks, and it's just all goes to shit. And
Yeah.
I mean, it happens. It happens so many times
Yeah, I know.
against the
It
Chiefs.
does.
Like it's it's a really hard game. It's a really hard game to call. But I'm taking the Ravens, and I'll say here. I'll say 2014
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Only 14 points from
for the Bills.
Bills. That's insane. I mean, are we saying that this game solidifies who the MVP is, or do you guys have?
Yes. Yes.
I
Yeah,
think it does.
It has to. Well, it depends. If
No.
Josh Allen wins the game and passes for like 150 yards or something,
right.
like there was a pick, then
Yeah,
that's kind of been what he's like. I mean, Lamar's more outstanding, has better stats. Josh Allen doesn't.
exactly. Yeah, I feel like Lamar definitely has the better stats, no doubt about that. But I feel like Josh Allen just has the bigger impact this season.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, if that makes sense.
Lamar's
That's
more outstanding. Josh Allen's more valuable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
That's exactly what I was gonna say because look at what Josh Allen's working with,
Yep.
and then you look at what Lamar Jackson's working with. He's working with Derrick Henry, so it's
Yeah.
like, who are
And
you gonna hand the ball
receiver
off to?
catchers.
It's like they're gonna just do that. Look at what happened. Look at what happened against the Steelers. The Steelers ran commit all the time to Derrick Henry. Lamar just tucked it and went, and that's how the Steelers ultimately lost that game. So sorry, Zuber, but your run defense got to get better because even TJ Watt can't control the run, I guess.
Oh
Exactly.
yeah,
TJ Watt
but I
about
think you're
TJ
forgetting.
Watt's about to request a trade. Watch.
Wonder how Zuber's
First
doing.
one to
Wow.
say, first
How
person to
is
say
Zuber
it.
doing
TJ
after that
Watt
loss?
is going to request a trade.
Really?
Where you think he's going?
Don't take the Giants.
Yeah,
Damn
not
it.
the Giants.
How are we going
Bro
to say
is
the
not going
Giants?
Not
I,
going
kn-
to the
I
Giants.
knew you were.
Imagine.
I knew you were.
Imagine though.
Nah,
There's
I
no
mean,
chance.
hey, as long as the Steelers keep Mike Tomlin,
Yeah,
TJ Watt
no.
isn't
TJ
going
will stay
anywhere.
there. Yeah, no. Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
not going anywhere.
But can we talk about George Pickens in the
Yeah.
game?
Hey, what's to talk about, Duffy? I mean, this guy just proves that he
Oh my
can't
god!
deliver in big
All
games.
right, they're out of their offs.
I
They're
mean, he
out
had
of
a
playoffs.
touchdown.
Yeah,
Pickens.
but no fact.
He
Didn't
didn't
he
play
have like
that bad.
one
He had
recept?
one
Didn't he have like
touchdown.
5 receptions for like 1 yard or something? Like
Right.
But like, yeah, during the season against the last game against for the last game against Cincy, he had like one catch of 0 yards or
yeah, or
something.
something like that. I
Just
know. It's
not.
like
Yeah.
yeah,
Like a close game.
but yes, Declan, the Steelers are out of the playoffs. We're just trying to shine a light on Zuber so
All
that
right, yeah.
he's
Poor
so that he's
Zuber.
not as like depressed.
Womp womp.
Depressed. But I think Duffy, I think you're forgetting that the Bills have Keon Coleman to throw the ball to, and
Oh,
Josh Allen is
that
like
is
a
true.
built-in quarterback.
Keon
No,
Coleman, Khalil
and you know
Shakir.
who
He's a
else they
built-in
have?
running back.
And you know who else they
Seems
have?
good though. But
The two most underrated tight ends in the NFL.
Dalton
Dalton
Kincaid
Dalton
and
Kincaid is
what?
Kincaid
not
and
underrated.
Dawson Knox.
Dalton Kincaid is perfectly rated
You
after the
think so?
season.
I think he's
yeah, I
underrated
mean,
just
he's
because
Mhm.
people talk too much about like the George Kittles and the Travis Kelce's. They don't really
And
talk
the
about
Brock Bowers.
the Brock
I don't even know how
Bowers.
to consider Kincaid. He's good, bad, and underrated at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, because
Yeah.
he was plagued with injuries throughout the
Yeah.
season. But like when the games like that he came back to, like I was hoping that he would deliver more, but like they had Dawson Knox to rely on, so he really didn't show that much of an impact.
Yeah. And you think Curtis Samuel will actually like
Do something.
get like more opportunities than he has this year? Because he's been like non-existent. I drafted him in fantasy. Uh and he averaged like 4 points for me,
Thinking you got a
so I
steal.
dropped him. I thought I had a steal because I was like, oh, him with Josh Allen, what could possibly go wrong? Yeah, we're not gonna throw the ball to him. So he's gonna average like
Wasn't
four
even
points.
bad last year either on
I
Washington.
know
Yeah,
that's why I picked him, but I think the Ravens though will ultimately win this game. Just because nobody can stop the running attack of the Ravens at all. Like even some of the best running defenses, like the Steelers were pretty good at run
With
defense
TJ Watt.
historically, and
And
look at what happened. Hasta la vista, baby. You guys are
again,
see ya. You guys are out of the
all
playoffs,
right,
and now but
Cancun.
but still, but I think it's just going to come down to also the elements. If the
yeah,
Bills play better because of the home team in the snow, they're obviously going to win. But if there's a little bit of a tug of war match between the Ravens and the Bills, this game could go to overtime.
I think the Bills
I
are
see
going to
it.
win.
Yeah,
And I'm going to say this, the game's going to go to overtime. Justin Tucker walk-off field goal 13-10 Ravens.
redemption arc for Justin Tucker after this horrible
13-10.
season.
Bro, he has been
13-10.
jacked.
I just say 13-10, you know
Oh
why?
yeah, because
Because
it's snowing.
if it's snowing, they're gonna run the football more.
Yeah, that's true. I was gonna say.
Yeah, no, yeah, oh yeah. If it was sunshine and rainbows outside, like they would it
And
would
I have
probably
the
be like
Ravens
a
winning. The weather's literally the difference.
28-21 game or something, like high scoring, more passing touchdowns probably, but because of the elements, more running, lower scoring. And
True,
speaking
that's a good point.
and
Yeah.
speaking of some football, we head on to college to the Natty. Notre Dame versus the Ohio State University, and It all comes down to this in New Orleans. Who wins?
Is there an obvious answer here, guys? Or
No, there is no
What's your
obvious
pick?
answer.
I mean,
Ohio State has been on fire since the start of the playoffs, but like, come on, how can you not expect Riley Leonard to win a natty? I mean, it's been a long time coming for Notre Dame. They haven't won since 1988. But I mean, they've won games against Indiana, Georgia, and Penn State. In these games, they utilized all aspects of the game that they had.
yep.
They used what they could, and it got them to the natty. I don't see why they can't go just one more game. I'm
Yeah,
taking Notre Dame.
Ooh,
Thank you, Declan.
yeah,
See, this is where great minds think alike because I'd like to mention the fact the last game for Ohio State, standout receiver Jeremiah Smith.
yeah.
He had an excellent game against Oregon's defense. But last game he had a whopping three receiving yards throughout the
Yeah,
whole game. I do not trust Will Howard in the Natty, and for
yeah,
that
right.
reason, I do think that Ohio State's offense will not be at full effect in this Natty, and Notre Dame will absolutely clamp Ohio State up.
yeah,
They will like. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be a blowout. It's gonna be a close game, but Notre Dame will pull it out because I actually believe that they're more consistent on both sides of the field.
yeah,
So yeah, they're gonna pull it out. I truly think so.
yeah. No,
So last week I said that Ohio State was going to win, but like Jeremiah Smith is the difference maker for Ohio State. I know they still won against Texas, even though Smith had only like one catch for 3 yards,
Yeah,
but Texas just just sold at the end. It really should have been a close game. Should have been like 21-21. And if you look at the first two games, when they played Tennessee, they scored 42. Jeremiah Smith had 2 touchdowns.
yeah,
Oregon, they scored 41. Jeremiah Smith has had 2 touchdowns. He is like the biggest part of their offense. And I think if they lock down Jeremiah Smith, Notre Dame will win this game. And another thing I want to add, I think Notre Dame just has more heart. I
yeah,
think
yeah.
they've always had a good defense this year. Um,
yeah,
if anything, it's a low scoring game,
yeah,
to be
I
honest.
see it.
yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
I see
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. And that's
I
actually
don't
something
I
I
know. I
don't.
wanted
don't know who
to bring up is
won.
that there's a reason why Notre Dame doesn't wear the last names on the back of their jerseys because they play United. They're a team. They're not
All right, bro.
individuals. They're a whole team. And then you know who Will Howard is because it says Howard 18. So it's like either
Let me
somebody's
get
gonna
to
have
the
a
point.
really good game for OSU or somebody's gonna have a really bad game for OSU. Meanwhile, Notre Dame's more unified, so I think they will ultimately win, I think. And
Yeah,
yes, I
I
think it
could
will
totally
be
see Ohio State just choking.
it
Yeah,
will
I could
be
Like
see
they're
a
the type of team to do that in the big
it,
game.
it
yeah, for
will
sure.
be a um a very close game, but I just think that Notre Dame has more grit, more grind, and a better quarterback.
Mm.
So are reasonable points.
And and I was talking about this before we came on here. I think that Riley Leonard could get looked by the Giants.
Please never say that sentence again.
I mean, I'm
Jack
not ready
Sawyer's
to
gonna
open the
get 10 the
year.
whole game.
Please
I'm
never.
only saying that because, if it
Yeah.
don't work once for a Duke quarterback, can it work another time?
It's called third time the charm, not second time.
Right.
Just want you to
Okay,
know that.
that's true, but when is Duke
I just
gonna
want you to know that.
when will a good quarterback ever go back and go to Duke in the near
Never.
future?
That's why you don't draft guys from Duke.
Right.
You gotta
Just want to
get
say
I
that.
think
you
the
gotta
score will
draft a
be
guy like
20 to
Cam Ward.
17, either team.
20 to 17.
Ooh.
17. Yeah, I see
Either
it.
team.
But yeah,
It's too hard to do
you
that.
gotta get Cam Ward or Shador Sanders in the draft if you're the
All right,
Giants.
bro.
More coverage on that to come
Uh,
soon.
All
But
right.
as we end off this episode, I just want to briefly discuss about how Cat did get injured. Now he was playing with a sprained thumb, but then it got checked again, and apparently he basically has a bone chip in his thumb. And so he's questionable to play against the Timberwolves tomorrow night. And this is just not a good sign. Number one, because the Knicks have no centers. They're going to have Precious Achiuwa and Jericho Sims. Now, albeit they are
That's
pretty
right.
good players, but
Everyone
nothing like
else is going to
Cat.
get like 40 minutes a game.
And hey, Coach Tom Thibodeau, play your damn bench, or this wouldn't
Yeah,
happen.
come on.
Exactly.
Like,
Gotta
like,
give
play
young guys
damn
a chance.
thing.
like if this postseason you get injury bitten again, I wouldn't be surprised if Coach Thibs is in discussion for being fired because he's done this numerous times. Happened with the Bulls, you know what happened. Derrick Rose didn't have the career he wanted to, and then it just keeps happening. It's like play your bench. These players are getting paid millions of dollars to play just to be sat the entire time.
Right.
But at least they didn't lose by 59
Yeah.
like the Brooklyn Nets.
Oh my God. I don't even
That
Yeah, that was
was
brutal.
terrible.
That was brutal.
But anyways,
All right.
Do we have time for trivia? I know Declan has to go, but
China, I'll give it to us.
okay. So, do you want to participate, Declan, or did you already?
No. I'll let Duff and Zarius take over on this one.
Okay, so
Let's see if we can get
Duffy
it.
and Zarius, can you name every team to three-peat in sports history?
all right,
You putting my ball knowledge on display here.
I'll go first.
In honor of the Chiefs.
I'll go first.
All right.
Hope they don't.
The Chicago Bulls.
And now, wait. We gotta say, all right. Yes, but there's some implications, right? So this is not counting WNBA.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There was one team to
bro,
three-peat
no.
in
And there's
WNBA
17
who are
teams.
no longer a team. Do
No
not mention it.
way.
Mhm.
Yo, Zarius or Duffy, I don't know if it was the Comets three-peated in WNBA. That's not in the question. All right, bro.
So
All
there
right.
are 10 franchises to three-peat. Can you name all of them?
Well, I said the Chicago Bulls, so
That's one.
check that off.
All right, keeping it basketball related. Let's go with the Lakers.
Yep.
Keeping it basketball related, let's go Celtics.
Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
Oof. Is it too early to say the Chiefs, or can I just get that out the way? All
Just get it out the way.
right, let's get that out the way. Let's go Chiefs.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
come on. Oh, come on.
Uh-oh.
This is where it starts to get rough. You move off
Wealthy, if you get,
basketball.
I'm telling you right now, if you get this one, I'm cooked either way. So
There's
Uh-oh.
2 football, 3 hockey, 2 baseball.
Oh,
Read
baseball? Oh, geez.
Oh, come on. Oh,
We have like
come
7.5
on.
minutes to get through
You-
this. Too.
wait, you said
You are
2
kidding
football
me.
Yes, 2 football, but they
You
were like
gotta
back
be
in the day.
kidding.
back in the day. Current franchises or no?
Yes, current.
Okay.
Oh God. How long ago was this? Like if this is like the 50s.
One very successful franchise and one not very successful franchise.
Same
Well,
for
I think I have
baseball.
an idea. I think I have an idea.
Oh geez. We're about to get flamed in the comments.
All right. Yeah, let's go. Come
There's
on.
one franchise that is literally that we talk about on this podcast.
Every
that-
single day.
The
From-
Yankees.
Yeah.
All right.
That was so
a
bad.
one.
You didn't
That
even see
was
that.
wow.
Oh my God, the Yankees. Oh my God. That
The
was
other
like
baseball team is pretty hard to.
that was like
Yeah.
that's
All right.
yikes.
So Joe, you said 3 hockey teams, right?
Yeah.
All right. I think I'm trying to pull deep from my bag of ball knowledge here. This might be
Actually, puck
complete
knowledge, not
airball,
ball.
but
Shut up.
are the Edmonton Oilers one?
No.
Ah,
Oh,
damn.
You
God.
know what? I
Are
mean,
you
But there was
serious?
one team that has the same colors and happened in the same decade.
happened in
Oh,
oh wait,
Well,
wait, oh wait,
as
no.
like the
Come
Oilers prime,
on.
like when they had Gretzky.
dang. Listen, I'm not the biggest NHL ball knowledger, but
This is
but
not going
other
well.
team I know with the with the same colors as the Oilers, I'm about to get flamed in the comments, are the Islanders.
Yeah, the Islanders.
Oh, actually,
Wait, what? Okay, you know what?
Oh,
Honestly,
I think they four-peated, I
okay.
think, like
Actually?
1980 to
Wait.
1983. Yes.
I didn't even know that. I'm
I
not
didn't know
Yes, the
that
surprised.
Islanders
either.
three-peated in the early 80s.
wow,
I
that's
was gonna say
insane.
the
I did
Anaheim
not know that.
Ducks.
Two more hockey teams, and their primes. I think these two teams won the most cups, and this all happened like many, many years ago.
Oh, there's two other
One
teams.
franchise is very sorry, and the other one, I think, made a Stanley Cup recently.
Ooh,
Mm.
hmm.
They're both from Canada.
Oh,
Oh, that
ooh,
narrows it down.
Avalanche.
Duffy, they're from Colorado.
Oh my God.
Heck.
Colorado.
Heck.
Oh
Okay,
my
Heck.
God. All
okay.
right. All right.
Heck.
Duffy,
Wait.
no
That is
way.
Shut
so
up.
bad that I might actually have to leave right now. That is so bad. I'm getting a. That's it, bro.
Yeah.
Yo.
Duffy,
Yo.
that's actually horrible, bro.
Yo. All right. You know what? That's gonna go into our podcast in a full
Yeah,
folder.
okay, bro. Okay,
Podcast
so
in a
we
pool.
have
Wow.
five more teams to go. Okay, so
Oh,
the two hockey teams are in Canada.
Mhm.
The
that is not in
two
Colorado.
the two NFL teams are in the NFC, and the other baseball team is in the AL.
Did the oh wait, no, it's Darius' turn. My fault.
I mean,
Well,
you guys could both go.
all right, listen, I don't, as you guys know, I don't have the best puck knowledge, but does Ontario have a team in the NHL?
No,
Oh
Toronto.
yeah.
Toronto, the Maple Leafs, the Maple
Yep.
Leafs.
Yep, Maple
Okay,
Leafs
okay, all right.
in the 60s.
Um, I'm trying to go into my bag here.
The other one is in Quebec.
Oh, thank you for giving it away. It's the Montreal Canadiens.
Yeah.
Thank you for giving it away. I went to see one of their games
Really?
like 2 years. Yeah, like 2 years ago. It was the
Wow.
Caps versus the Canadians.
Three more.
Three more. You said so. We got one NFL,
One baseball and two NFL.
one baseball, two NFL actually, and you said one is a predominantly good franchise, like
Yep.
I
athlete.
know. I
Yeah.
think I know what
And one
the
is the
NFL
opposite.
is.
Oof. I mean, the only predominant franchise that has been good like every year. Give me the Cheeseheads.
The Packers?
Yeah.
Yep. In like the,
That was
30s or
mine.
40s.
There's another NFC team that you said there was another NFC team that was pretty bad, but
Oh, wait,
three-peated.
no. AFC. AFC.
Oh,
AFC.
MB.
Well, I think I have a pool here. Well, I'm gonna let Duffy go ahead.
AFC,
AFC.
and they haven't been good.
No, they haven't been good.
I think I have it.
Like
For the
recently or franchise history?
Like history, franchise history.
Come on, Duffy, pull it out here. I got it.
You know what? It could have been the Jets.
Uh-oh, retard alert. Retard alert, class.
No, not the
But
Jets.
it wasn't. But it wasn't. I'm just saying that because there's a lot of Jets fans that watch these episodes.
Editor's note. There's only like fucking two of us.
But
You guys have 2 minutes left.
yeah, I know. Oh, cooked. Holy cooked.
Listen, I think I got it.
What?
Are they in the AFC South?
No.
Okay. I don't know why. Are they in the AFC West?
No.
Okay, we're done. Just give Duffy the answer at this point.
Okay, no, wait. AFC North.
There's 8 teams left.
AFC North.
You can just guess. Just say the teams.
Watch him say the Steelers.
Not the Steelers.
No,
7
no.
teams left. And 6 teams because it's not the Jets.
Yeah, no. Frick. Uh-oh. Oh my. No. They're in the AFC East, aren't they?
No.
Oh, I was gonna.
And it's not the Steelers and it's not the Ravens.
I was no. You know how close I was to saying the Patriots? I was so close to saying the Patriots. So it's definitely in the AFC North.
Yeah.
Got 4 teams left off.
So so you're saying they weren't like good?
It's either the Browns or Bengals.
Browns?
Yeah. And then since we have less than a minute, it's the A's in the 70s for baseball.
The
Okay.
A's?
Okay,
Browns
timeout.
did it in the 20s. The Packers did it in the 40s. Very
Yeah,
Time
good.
no,
out.
we were not
The
good.
Oakland A's, who
The Oakland Athletics.
are like the sorriest franchise in MLB history. It's like them and the
Probably in
White
sports
Sox.
history.
Like Ricky Henderson couldn't even give you guys anything.
But
But yeah,
good.
that's gonna do it
Yeah,
here
guys.
for episode 10 of the No Stop Podcast. We will see you very shortly, as
Yep.
possibly 2 episodes this week.
Big things
Stay
ahead.
tuned.
Catch
Peace
you.
out.